My name is Braxton Turner, and I played Braxton in Bones. Rocco, was the first one to really hit me up and ask me if I wanted to play, and it told me I'd play the villain, which took me a little bit to get used to, I guess, because I'm just not that type of guy. At least I try not to be. And I'm the complete opposite to my character in Bones. Arrogant, selfish, I guess. The only similarity between me and my character might have been at the end when we filmed, but we couldn't be further apart from like how we actually are as people. Bones is still an enigma to me. What we did was, I don't even know what we did, to be honest. We made it work, but I still couldn't tell you the rules of it. All I know is I'm supposed to match what's on the dominoes and whatnot, but that is as far as it goes. Me just beating everyone, I'd say. Like, not the end part, but like just going through, especially when we had a couple other people come in. That'd probably have to be the best scene in it. I love everyone's reactions, and to me, everyone did a pretty great job at portraying those feelings and whatnot. Oh, pros. I guess I'll start with cons. The main thing would probably just be how long it took. It wasn't even that we filmed a whole bunch of days. It was just over the period of how many days. I guess it is tough, don't get me wrong, to get everyone lined up in their schedules, especially when this isn't like something that they have to do full time and whatnot. But like that have to be the hardest thing, was just like the con was just how long it took. Now the pros for sure was getting to meet everyone. I pretty much liked everyone that I met on scene. Didn't really have an issue with anyone. Everyone was pretty cool. That's, I guess, the biggest thing is like building bridges and building new connections is like probably one of the biggest pros on there. I think they did great. I know John Sape personally. He acts. That's just his thing, and I feel like half the time whenever he acts, it's kind of just him in a way. It's his personality, and so I guess you kind of get used to it, but it's still like almost jarring in a way, in a good way, whenever you see him go. Bernie, I met him, love working with him right away. It was brought definitely new kind of energy on scene. But I did love what he did on screen as well. I said something, the fact that I didn't know how to play spades, and of course that elicited the response that my black card was revoked, and that's not even the first time that's ever been the case. And I could say plenty of other times where that was the case, but that was probably one of the funnier times. And Bernie and whoever else was just bouncing off of each other as well, and they were just going. I think they did well. I'm not sure about I haven't seen like them act anything. And then again, I haven't really acted and anything as well. And the biggest thing is just like the most jarring thing again is this: if you know someone personally, it's different seeing them on screen. And I'm still like, I guess, trying to like see how that works out in my head. But I think they did a good job. It was nice having them on set. They bonded well with everyone else as well too. So. The biggest thing being just being able to act, because I have never acted in anything personally. I've never been on screen or anything, so I just said, why not? Why the heck not? And just get on screen, see what I said I could do, because I always said I could do that or whatnot. It's a great opportunity, so it definitely opened up a couple opportunities in the future and whatnot. So I said, why the heck not? I guess a story of redemption in a way, one could say. Taking down someone a couple pegs, really. And this biggest thing, just breaking down, I guess, a wall or so. Because when you see people, there's you kind of already have an idea of them drummed up in your head. and like even with how they behave towards people just in general. But you never really quite know when that situation will change where they'll treat you differently, or might get respect in one way or another, or just meeting new people and I guess helping to see people in just in a new light. And I guess that's definitely a great way, one way I saw it for sure. Especially with like the change heart, at least at the end. Or people are always going to be people, but it's just a matter of how you see them, how you keep up, essentially. I would definitely act in more films and whatnot. To be honest, at this rate, I can't say I carry it like the capacity, whether it just be like an extra or a main character. If I would go main character, that's something I'd have to prepare for again, and definitely I would actually practice on my chops. But I would definitely do it again. I've played with dominoes, but I never like touched dominoes like actually like an actual game. Most of the time was like stack them. And so when I was contacted about this, it was kind of a new thing to me, and I still don't really know how to play dominoes the correct way. And of course, there's thousands of games and whatnot, but that's just one thing. I guess it was just different for me because I just haven't ever really played it the right way. The first time I met John Sape was at school. We're just basically got involved in the same couple things in the school media and whatnot, and so kind of from there we built bridges and kind of hit it off from there. We're friends since. The thing that made me get into DJing was definitely the love for music. You know, of course, I vary in how much I like actually practice and that. Who hasn't and whatever. But the thing that brought me to DJing was definitely the music aspect. I remember being younger. One thing I love to do, like, and I'm still like getting used to it or learning it, is scratching. I absolutely love scratching. That was like one of the first things I think of when I think of DJing, and that's kind of really where that built up. And it wasn't only till really a couple of years ago that I really like looked into it again. After all that time, my parents did get me a record recorder where you could like change it to like MP3, and I didn't really know of like what I was really talking about, I guess, but it definitely did help. Don't get me wrong. I love them for that. They do help me along in that interest, but it definitely, one of the first things I thought it was scratching, and I will still scratch here and there, but now also put that in with DJing and just in general. But that's what really got me into it. My family absolutely loved Bones. I thought it was a pretty good, silly little film, like a little family vibe to it, but I thought it was hilarious. I definitely get those type of vibes from it. More of a early stages of YouTube style vibe, if that makes sense. And I say early stage, I mean like early 2010s. I definitely could get that vibe from this film. Bones is out now on Greatness Pictures YouTube. Make sure you check it out.